I'm gonna go ahead and put some air in the tires, set up the bike, and get out of here within the hour. And it looks like another beautiful day. Long riding day ahead, but I'm coming back to the same place, so I'm looking forward to exploring. Okay, so what's today? Wednesday, the 10th, in Elkins, West Virginia, and I've been up since 7. And in typical form, it's 9:37. Not a leisurely breakfast, but I'm trying to get situated with all the camera gear and the route, and then talking to some guys from Ohio. And well, the good thing is it warmed up a bit now. Okay, I'm on the move. It's unbelievable. I would have liked to be on the road an hour earlier, trying to get acclimated again to all this new GPS stuff, new apps, new device. I'll talk more about that later, but whatever, what's the rush? I have a whole day ahead of me. It gets dark late out, so I'll get back late. I wish I could tell you a little bit more about this route, but I planned it many weeks ago. So actually a few months ago. So I know I'm going south on 250. Beautiful old towns, interesting houses, but I'm going south on US250. And then I think I'll pass through Seneca Rocks again later. And then I'll be looping around, going east a little bit, then back north into, I think, the Allegheny Mountains. It's all part of the Appalachians, and maybe some higher elevations, but I'll call it out as I go because I planned the route. I was excited at the time that I planned it, and I'm just riding now. So it's a beautiful day. The temperature's in the, as you can see, 58 degrees now, so it warmed up a little bit. So this is 219 south and 250 south. Seems to get interesting every now and then, and I'm approaching mountains, so it's so far, I mean, I haven't ridden, this is only really my first full day riding in West Virginia. But I'm interested to see some of the routes that I plan and put together to see what it shows me, because sometimes, like, you could see straight ahead over there, changing the leaves and mountains, and it's intermixed with homes, a little bit of country residential, and then some towns you pull through and there's like an industrial plant. However, it looks like I'm heading in the right direction, because there's some nice hills and beautiful changing of the leaves. The mountains to logging to small towns. West Virginia was coal country, but I haven't seen signs of that just yet. I think I'm getting the hang of the cameras, the voice activation, the remote, the navigation, so getting in the flow of things, and it's always nice to be in the greens. BMW is interesting, the motorcycle. See the exclamation mark on my dash there? That's because the battery on the key fob is at 50%, so it has to put a light on the motorcycle, giving me a warning. I'll have to change that battery to 50% just to get rid of the light there. How unnecessary that is. How about your warning at 25%? Anyway, nice twisty roads, just meandering south on 250, 219 south. Monongahela National Forest, is that how you pronounce it? Let's see. Monongahela. Oh, let's see if I could find another sign. Oh, there's a guy behind me in a truck who knows these roads. I want to let him pass because I am not interested in thundering. People know the roads, who live in this area, so they just they know all the turns and they could blast through it. It's not just that. I mean, I could ride fast as well, but I'm not interested in it. I'm not on a racetrack. I just want to enjoy the scenery. Let him go. There you go. Have a party. And he should go fast. I don't want to hold him up. No, I don't have any pressure. Enjoy the scenery, ride as fast or slow as I'd like. And the temperature's 61. It dropped into the mid-50s in different areas, but this is really perfect. Excellent riding weather. Clear skies, sunny skies, beautiful roads, twisties and mountains, not too much traffic. This is a nice road, 250 south. Today's route will take us about 240 miles before the day is done. Look at that view. I don't mind that I got a late start because I'll just get in later. Not a big deal. I rather stop for a nice lunch and then have a light dinner. I don't really need a big fancy meal. So as long as the weather's beautiful, which it is, I want to be on the road and do these big rides while I'm here. So this is Durban. Interesting little town. Let's see what's going on over here. See, it's down this way. I don't know what this is about. Bridge. I don't need to tell people there's a bridge there. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Oh, anyway. It's cool to get off the main route and try something a little bit different. Narrow road. I have to remember to, get off. I mean, I'm not on the interstate, which is a great thing, but small local roads are interesting. Not sometimes, most all the time. A different aspect than riding on a state or county road. I think in West Virginia, I've heard the term holler used to indicate a road that kind of it usually goes to nowhere where people live. I don't know if this constitutes that. Maybe not. Some logging, but nice river down below. The thing about these back roads too in these areas, I mean, it's just it gives you such a different perspective on people's choices and where they live and how they live. It's very cool. Sweet road. It's cool to slow it down and just be in the forest. Or out, try and do different GPS. One's my route app. I use it for online planning along with Basecamp. The navigation app I sometimes use. There's some quirks about it that I'm not that it's bad. It's very good, but I kind of enjoying scenic a little bit more. And obviously you can see I have this CarpyRide device, so my BMW Nav 6 is in my pannier. And now I have Apple CarPlay, so I could use these apps and not have it on a phone mounted. Lots of music playing in the helmet for this stretch. I'm tragically hip out of Canada. That's the Scenic app. In front of me on the Apple CarPlay on the CarpyRide. I planned it in MRA Route Planner. And also use Basecamp too, Garmin Basecamp. But MRA Route Planner on the web is excellent. I use Rever in a limited capacity for looking at Butler Maps roads or BDR routes. But their phone app is not useful for me. Don't like it. Doesn't meet my needs. But scenic, I'm really enjoying. That's my top. MRA route planner has my route app now, which is also usable. It's making good progress. But I'm liking having Apple CarPlay and having it connected to my phone and the internet, and not having to connect my BMW Nav 6, which is an OEM guard device, to download routes. Zumo XT2 doesn't work well, doesn't work with the Wonder Wheel. This does. So it's a pretty good setup. Look at this. How beautiful is that? I'm all alone on this road. How spectacular. Monongahela National Forest. Maybe. I might stick with that pronunciation. Beautiful day riding. The loop I'm doing, looking on the screen down below. Very cool. I have to focus on the road. I think up over there is Spruce Knob. So maybe for another time. I pulled over for a second to debate going up to Spruce Knob, but I think sometimes you just have to save things for another time. It gives you a reason to come back. Not also try to squeeze everything in or checklist stuff. 3 miles, it's the German Valley Scenic Overlook. So this is the German Valley Scenic Overlook. Let's see. German Valley is built on the site of Hinkle's Fort. 1761 1762 is the only defense of the South Branch. Destroyed by the Shawnee Indians. 1758. A lot of interesting history. Tragic. Last Union raid. End of the war in Pendleton County. Civil War history. Well, definitely a beautiful view. Pretty spectacular. It's one of my adjectives. Log cabin rentals. Sweet. Great thing about riding in the mountains, you're not buzzing on the interstate besides the obvious, is the fuel economy is awesome. So I'm doing a loop now. Now I'm on a 220 north. And turned out to be a pretty cool route. I'll defer any judgment about comparing it to North Carolina. I mean, there are clearly similarities because we're in the Appalachian Mountains. I'm liking it. I'm happy I'm here. There's a benefit to newness, when you have an experience of something being new, and that adds some interpretation and perspective to what you're experiencing. But there's also something beautiful in the familiar, as long as you don't take it for granted. So even though I've ridden a lot of roads in North Carolina, every time I go there, it's a great experience. And I guess that's all a good life lesson. So that what you think is routine or familiar isn't necessarily less than something that's new or exciting or different. So it's cool to be in a different place though. And anticipating heading back in a week in the direction of North Carolina. So I get to do it all. What more can you ask for? The new and the familiar. And no interstate. Auto train, 1 hour of interstate the following day, and here I am. How cool is that? Cows hanging out in the shade. Here come a whole bunch of motorcycles. This is motorcycle country for sure. Look at these lights they got on. Wow. Those yellow lights. Look at that. Those folks ride together often. Even their bikes are outfitted similarly. Farmland, mountains, cool weather. Smoke Hole Canyon, Smoke Hole Road. Interesting. Entering Spruce Knob, Seneca Rocks, National Recreation Area. Maybe there'll be a place to stop for a little bit. Well, I didn't bring anything to eat. The bananas in the hotel weren't looking so pretty, but at this point in time, I wish I took one. But maybe in another hour I'll stop for lunch. I have to give credit to that guy Ed from New England Riders. He plans over the years many trips for the folks who live up there, and I was able to, and he has a wonderful website with a lot of GPS routes and the GPX files, so I did some use that site as some for research and pulled some of the portions of those routes and some complete routes. So it's an incredible kindness that guy does for the motorcycle community, putting all that stuff online. I rode with a guy on a Beaches motorcycle tour. I think it was 2009, yes. And after that tour, maybe a couple years after, he sent me a Facebook message with the link to that group. So I have to express some gratitude to him for that. Unfortunately, he also was a cyclist, bicycle, and he met a terrible fate. I think someone hit him a number of years ago, and poor guy passed away. I think it was in his late 50s, very young. But I had a nice time on the tour with him in 2009 on the Beaches motorcycle tour in the Alps. Wow, look at this. Holy moly. But yeah, it's a small world. And there's a lot of really awesome people in the motorcycle community that share great information and share the joy of riding. The pavement is totally awesome. Colors of the leaves changing up here already a bit. Jeez, look at this road. Just unbelievably wonderful. Look at that. Look at the water over there. It's just so cool. So freaking cool. Now's the time I wish I had a sandwich just to have lunch here in this wonderful setting. Wow. Where do I go? Steve's store. Big Bend Count. Narrow road subject to flooding. Looks like a very cool place. Super interesting road. Look at all this. Look at all that. Looks like I'm heading in the right direction. Nice and cool in the shade, so I'm sticking with this route. I am getting hungry. Focus on the riding. I really want to find a place to eat, but it doesn't seem like there's a choice over here. It's going to be on the route. Whenever I pass it, that's when I'm going to eat. Solo travel. I was never a big fan of riding in groups, but I like doing my own thing. I like not feeling the pressure of, not stopping when I want to stop, or not riding fast enough, or riding too fast, or taking too many pictures. There's compromises to be made. Where do you stop for lunch? Wanting everybody to be happy all the time. And so it really, you have to travel with people that you you vibe with, and there's a give and take. Also, I found myself at times like, you know, if I was traveling with people, because I like to do the routes in the GPS, and then I end up leading and, you know, doing the route. And I mean, that's nice. I enjoy it, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's an added level of responsibility, especially, you know, because my mode of travel involves U-turns at times. I think it would be, the nice thing about riding with a few people or something is you get to share in the experience, sitting over lunch or a beer at the end of the day, or even stopping on the side of the road to chat. That's the benefit. But on the flip side, like, I could take as long as I want, I could change my route anytime, I could eat when I want to eat or not eat, I could do 1,001 things, and I don't have to ask or worry about someone else's opinion or them not being satisfied or what have you. So I think the closest I've, you know, come is the beaches tour in Europe, or when I went to North Carolina. You know, you really ride with like-minded people, and that makes it interesting. Would be nice to go with some of our friends who ride at some point, even in North Carolina with the bikes, and have the flexibility for everybody to go off on their own and do their own thing or ride together. One day. But this has been a pretty long stretch. It's beautiful. Beautiful view. So nice. Time where, oh, back to the main road. Well, this is a good place to stop for a while. Restaurant. Finally stopped for lunch by Seneca Rocks. And let's see what they have here. Anything's going to be good at this stage. It's getting hot out too in the sun. Got a view of Seneca Rocks up ahead.
Right view. Where you can actually run it. It is rough. When it'll be something where you're putting in there and you try to.
Enjoyed myself. Time to get some airflow, and I opened up all the vents on the road. Ooh, looks like I'm going the right way. 33 for 6 miles. 33 west. Oh, the air's flowing. Okay. This is good. Elkins, 34 miles, but I'm gonna go past Elkins. Oh wow, the vents open, and now it's really cool with all my vents open. That was a nice lunch. Met a couple from Pennsylvania. They were camping where I made that turn on, what was it called? Smoky Hole Road or whatever it is. And guys ridden up from all of South America, from Ushuaia. He's been to Alaska. Definitely done a lot of BDRs. He had some hardcore riding experience, and so that was nice sitting with them and talking. People were very friendly. That pizza was really good. Wasn't no phony baloney stuff. The dough was great. It was cooked right. Ingredients were fresh. I enjoyed it. So this is Allegheny Highway? Not sure. I think so. Yeah, Allegheny Mountain, 3295. Allegheny Mountain's a part of the Appalachian. It's amazing. The temperature went up from low 40s to mid 70s, back down to 69. Road narrows, loose gravel, 15 miles of twisty roads. Okay, Dry Fork Road. Another cool little road, Five Fork Road. One of these roads I gotta take my time. Just buzz along on this road. Very scenic. Wow, it's amazing that people live over here, you know. It's so rural and remote. It's beautiful. I don't know in the winter what it's like. Probably hard to get on and off these roads. Gotta believe we get some pretty meaningful snowfall here. Five Fork Road, what's this is called? It's pretty cool. Nice ride. Happy I haven't seen any other cars coming this way, especially in the opposite direction. Size of these lanes is pretty narrow. It's more like Europe than the US. Very narrow, but it has to support two-way traffic. Look at this. What are these people doing out here? Guess they're farming, raising cattle. Wild. Just saw two motorcycles pass me. First time on this route. Most of the roads, these narrow roads that I've been on today. Oh, I didn't realize it, but West Virginia is a motorcycle haven. A lot of people come here to ride. Heard similar things about Kentucky, but I haven't had that opportunity. Maybe in the future to explore a little bit. Well, I guess this is the Allegheny Scenic Trail. Back on a proper two-lane road. If there was more time, I would stop for ice cream, but maybe I'll save that for tonight or tomorrow. Somewhere on the route, there's a lot of riding left. I'm getting tired. I'm in Blackwater Falls, and it's like an hour, 45 minutes left. Long day. 50 West. I don't know why it says George Washington's Highway, but anyway, this is where I am. Beautiful road at the end of the day. Turning the throttle up behind the Coca-Cola truck. Wow. So hosed. Oh, cool. Yay! Thank you, Mr. Coca-Cola. Let's see all the stuff that's charging. Got the DJI Mic 2. Got my Cardo Pack Talk Edge. Got the DJI Osmo Action 5 battery pack. And then the Insta360 X4 batteries, the three of them. Have everything staged, the two cameras that I used today for archiving on the computer. Then I'm also charging the Insta360 remote that I had on the handlebar and my Spot X, just because I leave that on since I'm traveling solo. Got to clean a bunch of stuff, but it was a successful day. Happy to be back in the hotel room and really got a good taste of West Virginia. A lot of motorcycles out there. A lot of motorcycles here. Florida, West Virginia, Ohio. Pretty cool. The only GS. Sounds like a bagpipe band. I'm gonna go walk to dinner. And it looks like at City Hall there's a bagpipe band playing. A lot of cool motorcycles at the hotel. Long day with a good riding day. Oh, that's cool. Who would have thunk it? I did not anticipate a bagpipe band.
is dedicated to Esther Earl.
Looks like they have a trivia contest here as well. At Bender's.
Number 1,
Trivia contest.
sucking on a chili dog. Outside the tasty freeze. Number 2, I hit cruise control and rubbed my eyes. Number 3, making love to you was never second best. And number 4,
Looks like there's a brewery over there. Just had one of their beers. Restaurant, but there's a river over here too. Not much water though. Go walk by the brewery and see what it looks like. Big Timber Brewery in Elkins, West Virginia. I just had an IPA at Bender's. It was great.